Yo, what's up guys, TheInsaneGamefreak here to bring you something that I have realized I haven't actually done an official video for. A lot of you have asked me this over the years, and I've just kind of said some that are my favorites, but never really gave you a list. And granted, this is not the list in the sense of, what's the best way to describe it? This is subject to change because my opinions on these shows may change over time, or the second seasons of certain shows may come out over time, and it may drastically change and drop and all that other shit. So don't take this as the end all be all. I'll probably make like a version for each year, or a version for after a certain amount of time has passed if I think my list has changed a lot. I don't expect too many of these shows to change, especially probably the top. Well, I can't say that because a show that's in the top 5 is a show that came out in the last 2 years. So yeah, that also should give you a hint of what show it is, as if I haven't fanboyed over it enough. But anyways, getting past all of that, this is my top 10 favorite anime. So, and just a quick warning before we continue, we actually start with the list. This is not top 10 best written anime. This is not top 10 most badass anime. This is not even top 10 best executed anime. This is my top 10 favorite anime. And I need to clarify that because I know what's going to happen. It probably isn't going to happen. Well, people argue and say I'm wrong about why it's my favorite. It's my favorite. Of course you're not going to agree with me. It's not. I'm not saying it's top 10 your favorite anime. I'm saying it's top 10 mine. Jesus Christ. So I don't want to hear that, because none of this is me projecting anything onto you. This is me just stating my opinion. So just take it as that. And if you like the show that I like, and you like the reasons I gave, and if you want to talk about your favorite things about the show that I didn't mention, be free to do so. That's the whole point of this. Interaction with fellow anime fans of shows that we just both happen to like, and that's cool. And even talk about the shows that you enjoy. Anyways, let's get into it. So, number 10. Sket this, we can't do that! Oh! That was my fanboy. Oh, God. I'm not gonna lie, and just so you know, actually, when I think about it, the majority of the shows on this list are shonens, because I'm weak like that. But that is besides the point. Motherfucking Sket Dance. I don't care if it's one of those shonen that's on the same level as Gintama in terms of popularity, because it's a gag manga. And gag mangas don't do well in America. I don't give a fuck. If I could own any level of Sket Dance anime or manga merchandise, I would not give a fuck. If I could own Boston's hat, I would not give a fuck. And because it's one of those comedies that actually has a lot of heart to it. And it actually manages to pull me. I would say the level I like Bimbo Gami Ga. Sket Dance does everything Bimbo Gami Ga does and just exceeds it. That's essentially what Sket Dance is to me. It's like, to me, it's probably my favorite. It's my favorite gag manga. Period. I love it. I love it to death. I love the characters. I like the gags. I like the interactions, and I like the growth. And it keeps things fresh by having. You have these variety of gag chapters and just gag episodes just doing random shit. Things that gear from something as stupid as a formula that makes you invisible, which is one of the most cliched things you can do in comedy, to having a backstory about how, well, actually, I don't want to spoil it, but having a backstory that explains your entire personality that we come to know. And Sket Dance is one of the few mangas I've seen that can do that. And yes, I know Gintama is probably better with it, but I haven't fucking watched Gintama, so don't throw that shit on me. It's just very iconic. You have these characters who are so enjoyable. My shipping mode likes to come on every once in a while when I see characters like Himiko, Basun, and Saya, Momoko, and Switch. And Tsubaki, god damn it. There's so much shit going on that it's hard to find not at least one thing you're enjoying. That's just how it rolls, and I love it for it. I love Sket Dance for it. You can't get any better. You can't get any better. When you need help, you come to the Sket Dan. I even like the joke behind the name of the club, which is pretty much Taskete. And for those who don't know what that means help me. So to become the Helpers Club, they took the Sket out of Taskete and it's the Helpers Club. Sket. See what I did there? Yeah, I understand that wouldn't make sense in English, but that's not the point. Sket is awesome. Anyways, so that's my number 10. Number 9. Oh Lord, I don't even know how to. Oh Lord, Medaka Box. I am surprised as much as you guys are as to why this show is so fucking high. Because I say high, even though it's number 9, but just to say it's number 9 in the top 10 favorite anime list is ridiculous in its own right. Why? Because it's fucking Medaka Box. You know, Medaka Box is one of those animes that I thought I would hate. I thought I would put it in the same category I put shows such as Attack on Titan and fucking Sword Art Online, and to an extent even Kill la Kill. Not Kill la Kill to that extent, but near that genre, I'll put it that way. And as I just progressed through reading it and watching it, I was just kind of like, why am I enjoying this more and more? And for those who are curious, my favorite 2 arcs from Medaka Box is the Not Equal arc and the Jet Black Wedding. Those are my 2 favorite arcs in the series. I can't say I have one favorite arc. People are like, what about the mice? Like, listen, Kumogawa was a G. I love Kumogawa. I'm just saying, when it comes, Medaka Box is one of those shows that has the ability to mindfuck you, infuriate you, and emotionally draw you in all at the same time, and you feel like you're being cheated, or you feel like you're being toyed with. But when you finally see the clear picture, you're like, fuck it, best manga ever, and then you walk out the door. That's how Medaka Box feels sometimes. It's just like, and it's like as it progressed, I didn't hate it. It's like as I progressed, I enjoyed it more and more. It has a kind of a it's a more negative One Piece effect in a sense, where it's like One Piece started and I enjoyed it, and then I just kept enjoying it. The difference is that it's like Medaka started from the bottom down. It just I like the unique type of fights. I will say what hurts this manga, and the reason why this will not do as well in America. We'll say the abnormal dub, from what I've heard so far, isn't too bad. Actually, at least the voice acting, I don't know about the syncing, but that's besides the point. Isn't really the whole point of this video. If you've seen Monogatari, it has that kind of effect where it likes to mind fuck you and draw you in and make you think, and you start questioning things and you start analyzing. I like it because it makes me think, and it's a fucking shonen. It's a shonen manga that makes me think. You know how rare that is? Yeah. Just think about that for a minute. How simple most of these shonens are. And I mean think on a psychological level. I don't mean think about the story. But that's besides the point. That's just, I like Medaka Box. So, moving on to number 8. Hunter x Hunter. Now this is another one that shocks me. It's not even because Hunter x Hunter shocks me that it's on the list. It just shocks me that I'm willing to put it on the list. And I've actually sat down and thought, I was like, yeah, I like Hunter x Hunter a lot. And the reason why I put it at number 8 is I'll say it, I like Hunter x Hunter better than Yu Yu Hakusho, period. I think Hunter x Hunter has a better start. I enjoy Hunter x Hunter's characters more, and I just like the setting of it. I like Hunter x Hunter more than I like Yu Yu Hakusho almost in every way. I'm not saying listen, when I say that, don't take that as Yu Yu Hakusho as shit. Just take it as me having a lot more enjoyment out of Hunter x Hunter. I like all the characters, Killua, Lorio, Gon, I'm missing someone, Kurapika. It took me a minute. I like the interesting characters. I like the power diversity, always kills me. I like the power system in Hunter x Hunter. I like the fights. And it's weird because it's not like I like the fights in the traditional way you said it. It's not like I like the fights in Hunter x Hunter like I like the fights in One Piece. It's not the same type of fights. I like the fights in Hunter x Hunter because they're strategic, quick fights that have these really impactful moments. It's not like in One Piece or Naruto or even just stereotypical shonen where you see a whole bunch of fist punching for 6 minutes and it not mean shit. Which is like Dragon Ball Z fights too. Hunter x Hunter, it's like almost every punch counts as an actual thing. Every punch is a part of a move. You're playing chess with multiple fucking pieces in a fight, which is what most real fights are supposed to be like anyway. And any simple thing can get you killed. And I like that tension. Hunter x Hunter doesn't play no games. You can't just think you're going to walk in here and everyone's going to be fine. It has that sense of danger. Fuck. It's one of those mangas that you don't realize it's really good until you just fucking sit down and think about it. And that's why I like it so much. Anyway, okay, so moving on from that, number 7, Mysterious Girlfriend X. I like how the last 3 shows up until this one have been shonens, and then I'm like, romance! Let's start out the romance series. I'll put it this way. I usually put manga really high on my list when they make me want to go read the manga. Mysterious Girlfriend X, I have read the manga for. I think I'm up to like volume 7, and I think that manga currently is somewhere around volume, probably around 9 or 10. I'm not sure. I've been reading on Crunchyroll's thing. That's why I say that. That's why I'm not specifically sure. Mysterious Girlfriend X is one of those romance series. I think in my review for it, the one things I praised about it is how close to a realistic relationship it is, and it's that level of realism and relation you can get behind with Tsubaki that makes you click with everything you watch. Like every time you watch like an episode of the anime anyway, the manga may not have the same effect depending on the person, but the anime, I was like, that's exactly what I would do. They didn't bullshit it, they didn't sugarcoat it. Yeah, fucking Urube is a weird ass chick, but Tsubaki's reactions to having a girlfriend, like a real girlfriend, is something most guys would go through. And Urube herself is so fucking cute. And I like her personality because she's one of those chicks I really dig. Like, she has respect for herself, but she's also changing into this relationship just as much as Tsubaki is, and you get to see the development from both sides. How they both haven't really experienced jealousy before and perversion. It's very innocent and cute, and I can get behind it because there's no subplot of it just supposed to be raunchy for the fuck of being raunchy. If it's raunchy, it's because relationships have raunchy moments, and that's why I enjoy it so much. You can't fuck. I can't say it. You can't fuck with the power of Drool, son. And I know it's a weird concept, but seriously, it's there, and it doesn't even bother you because you're enjoying everything so much. Shit, at certain points in anime, I'm like, I can't do this without the Drool, because the Drool stops becoming that big of a thing, and it's more about the relationship, and I enjoy both aspects of it. So, yeah, I put a show about Drool over 3 fucking shonens. I'm going to be screwed later in the comments section. Anyways, number 6, Zatch Bell. Oh god, the feels. Zatch Bell wins. Like, there's no way to say that without I can't really explain that. It's like Zatch Bell was one of the first anime shonens that I recognized was a shonen anime that I watched in English or just in general, and I fell in love with it. I love the goofiness of the characters. Actually, I will say Zatch Bell is kind of a precursor to what I like about One Piece so fucking much. But getting to Zatch Bell, I like the idea. If it's a giant fucking tournament, none of this shit is really original. It's like fusing Pokemon and like the most cliche anime plotline. It's like it's a tournament to become king. But the development we get to see through Zatch and through the other Momoto, and to see these subplots going on during this fight for the king, like the whole Momoto from 100 years ago thing. You in this shit with Zeno and Zatch's amnesia, and you're just kind of like, this shouldn't be as interesting as it is, but I can't not enjoy it. And the characters and the gags and the weird abilities, it's a very interesting, and to give me a smart main character, oh my god, Kyo, I love you. The boy thinks of strategies, and they're so cool because it changes wherever environment they're on. He has to come up with how I'm going to deal with Momoto. First, you have to figure out the Momoto's power. Then you have to figure out how to use the environment to fight the Momoto, or just to figure out your own abilities in general. And he's growing with Zatch, and they're becoming better and better with each other while fighting these different opponents. You got these side characters like Tia and Wanrei and Kanchime, and well, never mind. I'm not gonna go into further, but you get the point. It's this all-encompassing tournament that's deeper than what you would think it is, and you can't not like it. That was my shit. I love Zatch Bell. I can go back and rewatch Zatch Bell now. That's how I know it's not nostalgia or any of that shit. I just genuinely enjoy this show so goddamn much. Number 5. my teenage romantic comedy snafu. Yes, I put a show that has only came out in 2012, meaning it's about to be around 2 years old. But as of right now, I put a 1-year-old show number 5 in my list of top 10. And why did I do that, you may ask? Because Sekirei is motherfucking Batman, yo. Oh god, I'll link, and what I'll probably do is when I bring up these shows, I'll probably link my review in some part of the section so you can go look at it, because fucking Sekirei, yo! People don't know. What I love about Snafu is specifically Sekirei in himself, to me, would make Snafu. But giving him such a cool cast and have your main trio of characters be so important to each other, and it not be a stereotypical, oh, he likes her, but she likes him, and the other girl likes him, and they don't realize it yet, so we gotta go through a whole bunch of fucking hijinks for 13 episodes until I have a breakdown where he picks one, and it feels fucking random as hell because there was really no good build up to it and shit. I'm looking at you, Tordor. Snafu chooses to take these stereotypical scenes in like most romantic comedies and analyze the fuck out of them, and have Sekirei's dark and twisted and realistic way of handling these situations and showing how fucked up human beings are in general. And him himself being a flawed, weak, pathetic ass human being makes him so much more relatable, because you don't put him on a pedestal. You don't think of him as something you want to achieve, because the nigga thinks he's lower than most people to begin with. And you have Yukinosha, who has a sharp tongue. She's one of those chicks who doesn't just bullshit everything. She doesn't try to keep a fake smile and a demeanor that isn't fucking real to hide her true emotion. Everything she fucking says is the truth. She doesn't sugarcoat shit, and you enjoy her for it, because she's the one who will always call Sekirei on his bullshit, and Sekirei will come back at it, and you'll have these very interesting and sharp conversations dealing with life and what it means to be a human and what it means to be a student and how to handle certain school situations. And you sit there and you're like, damn, real shit. And you think, and you're like, this is not some shit you would expect coming out of a stereotypical romance story. And then you have Yui, which is helping these two antisocial individuals hold themselves. She's the one holding them together and holding the group together to make sure they don't just fucking fly off and just huddle in their houses for the rest of their lives. Because they both have that whole introverted idea, because they don't really get along with other people. And you see this trifecta of things, and it just, it's so good. It is so fucking good. It makes you question the status quo. It makes you think about simple phrases that we hear in our lives about helping others, and what it means to be a good person, and what it means to change to help yourself, and what it means to help yourself in general. And I fucking love it. Lord Batman! Sekirei, oh my god! I'm not the main character you deserve, but I'm the one you need, motherfucker! And watch, I mess up that phrase, but that's the point. I love it. Oh god, I love it. Anyways, number 4, Sekirei. I laugh because people are like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, are you telling me you have Sekirei as motherfucking number 4? Are you telling me you have Sekirei over motherfucking Hunter x Hunter? It's like, yes, I am, because I love Sekirei. Sekirei to me is the epitome in terms of what harem should do, almost on every level. I think the only thing I don't find as interesting about Sekirei is pretty much the fucking just the whole fighting itself, because it's obviously, you know, let's take Ikki Tosen's concept and just use that as a basis, but like improve everything else around it. Fucking, yeah, you give me your loser main character, but you can see through the arcs. Minato starts to gain confidence and grow into his own person. He starts taking into this bullshit. So I'm being like, I don't want you to get hurt, Masuki. Be like, alright, look, this is what we're gonna do. This, and this. It's like, I failed the college entrance exam, but I'm really a genius. It's not the best way of doing things, but it shows growth and it shows him changing. I love the interactions of the girls. It's like the shit to me. I am a sucker. When it comes to harems, that's my favorite thing, is character interactions. and each girl brings something new to the table. I even like the fact that the girls have their own separate interactions with each other. Tsukiyumi is my bitch. She is my bitch. And I don't mean that in like a derogatory term. I mean she's like my nigga. It's like that. Oh God, I love the interactions. I love the dub. I like, you have Musubi's simple-minded shonen-ness. And granted, when I first watched Sekirei, I didn't know that was the norm for some main characters. I mean, I was used to girls being on that "I love you, Kazuki" bullshit and being really obsessive. Musubi is like stupid. It's like it's so unnecessarily cute. It kills me. You have Tsukiyumi the tsundere. You have fucking Matsu, who's like this perverted scientist. You have Kazuhana, which is the over-sexualized one. You have Homura, which I'm not going to talk about because things. Yes, you have your lolly trap baiting crew. You have this whole tournament going on about fighting Sekirei, fighting each other with their ashikabis. I love it. You know what kills me? It's the characters themselves. It's not even like every character. It's the main cast that sells me so hard for the show. It's so enjoyable. And I like how Minato, as I said, in the manga anyway, he grows. Like the anime kind of bullshits it, but the manga, he actually does grow and change as a character and he starts making his own decisions. We start learning the history of Sekirei. You get kind of engrossed. You're surprised how engrossed you're getting into a fucking harem manga, but that's what it does. That's how good Sekirei is. I think Sekirei is the only harem manga I've actually read, like straight out. That I like the anime so much I wanted to go read the manga. Even Mayo Chiki haven't fucking done that. It's fucking, I can't, it's a harem, so there's only so much I can explain, but I just fucking love that. As I said, Sekirei is my favorite harem, which is why it's so high on this fucking list. I enjoy it that goddamn much. British Sekireis for the win. Anyways, number 3, Bakuman. Bakuman is the epitome of a shonen that can be unconventional as shit and still hook you. Bakuman doesn't have fights, but it has drawing, it has all the stereotypical shonen characteristics of characters who want to reach and achieve their dreams, but it's just in a more realistic setting. If you're a fan of anime and manga, I love to see how the whole manga process works, so the Shonen Jump process or Shonen Jack process works. And Bakuman gives you every aspect of it. Bakuman's like, it's a series about manga, and you look at it and you're like, yes, that is a series about motherfucking manga. Shujin and Psycho are beasts. They both have their own issues and problems that they deal with. Shujin being the smartest kid in class, yet wanting to do something that's one of the most risky things you can do in Japan. Psycho being a really talented artist, but pretty much being stopped by his fear and seeing what happened to his uncle. You have this whole dream thing with Azuki and him, and the whole thing with Kaya and Shujin. You get introduced to these fellow rivals like Fukuda and Nakai and Aoki and Himaru and Eiji Nizuma. And it's this fucking giant-ass collaboration. If you're a huge Death Note fan, the one thing I do like about it is that you can obviously tell this is kind of their creation and you get to see how manga works and why certain manga do well than others, and how the appeal works, and how it's kind of stacked on top of each other. It's such a intricate and interesting process, and what kills me is I enjoy it on both levels. I enjoy the manga aspect of it and the character interaction aspect of it. As I said, one of my favorite things in anime is character interaction. And you give me good character interaction, the plot could be really fucking basic. And Bakuman sold me on both ends. It's a fucking manga and anime about manga and anime. And I can't ask for nothing else, man. I ended up enjoying virtually every character for different reasons. Some because they suck so much that I hate them, but they represent the different types of manga artists and the different types of manga and anime fans. Because as much as we love these guys for making this work, you gotta understand, they're the same as us. They enjoy anime and manga. You don't get into this shit because you don't enjoy it. Some people do, which is even represented in the show, but I'm not gonna spend too much time on it because I've already spent too damn much. So let's finish it off with our final 2. Okay, so the last 2 are obviously being recorded on a different day because I sound probably worse from your perspective. But I don't know how long this cold is going to last. I feel better than I have the last few days, and I wanted to finish this video to upload on Christmas Eve. So, as a side note, before I finish these last 2 shows, Merry Christmas,
Happy holidays. Hope you're enjoying your day off from school, work, whatever. And if you gotta go to work, get your ass done quick and get the fuck out of there, because no one wants to be working on Christmas or Christmas Eve. Shit, just hell, people don't want to be working half the time, but we do it because of the grind. So anyways, on to our number 2, FMA Brotherhood. Yay, yay. Yep, see, the cold has fucked up my voice. But yeah, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. People are like, oh wow, you put a really good series near the top, but we're surprised TheInsaneGamefreak, because you usually have bad taste in anime. Well, I have one thing to say to you. Fuck you. Anyways, moving on. FMA Brotherhood is... do I even need to sit here and explain why this show is so fucking good? If it's not the world it's in, on top of the characters that you've given me, these weird, amazing cast of characters, people from our base mains is Ed now to people like Winry, shit like Ling, like the fucking Führer, Roy, Riza, Hughes, May Hughes, did my nigga dirty. It's so good. It is so fucking good. I can't, there is no way I could easily display how much I love FMA. And I know, and see, FMA is not only good in terms of my opinion, but it's actually just a factually really good show. And I love it. I love it. To me, it has that effect of building up a world and building up the, the setup for everything. And as you progress through the story, you become more and more invested. And to me, that's a mark of a great show. I will honestly say, in terms of shonen or anime in general, FMA Brotherhood is probably one of the best written shows. Just period. And the dub is on point. You can't fuck with the dub. The dub is the shit. I love the dub. Now we finish this list off with my number 1. And if you didn't already know what it is, let me give you a hint. Now, was there really any doubt in your mind what my number 1 is? People are like, why aren't you wearing the Luffy hat? You know why I'm not wearing the Luffy hat? Because it's Christmas time and this works better. Also, I believe Chopper's birthday is in December, so I guess as a side note, happy birthday, Chopper. Unfortunately, you were like one of the least liked Straw Hats, but I enjoy you. Kung Fu Chopper for the motherfucking win. Now, I can sit here and give you a full spiel on why I love One Piece so much, but if you've been watching my channel for a while now, I think you already know. But in case you don't know, I'm just going to go over some things. The story, first off, this is just characters, world building, fights, gags, importance, relevancy, pre-planning, and just, to me, One Piece is like almost the epitome of shows that has these ridiculous build-ups, and the payoff is just fucking amazing. That's how One Piece is to me. It is like a fucking story that is inherently good on its own, but have these small little hints and build-ups to things in the future that when it comes up, you're like, fucking greatest show ever. I love the character interactions between the Straw Hats. I love the fighting styles. I like the difference between, you have the different types of devil fruits, you have the different types of fighting styles, whether it be something as simple as punching a nigga in the face, or using swords, or using the weather, or fucking using invisible hands that come out of nowhere. Shit is great. Shit is great. One Piece for the motherfucking win. That's all I gotta say. As I said, I could explain that further, but as I say, you could watch this channel and see how much I love this damn series. And that will not change. That has not changed. One Piece has been my favorite consistently since, for the last almost 10 years. Yeah, somewhere between like 8 and 10 years. Well, I can't find anything. I can find things that are better written than One Piece. I just can't find anything that I like more than One Piece. So I just want that to be stated. So, that is my top 10 for 2013. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Tell me what your favorite shows are. As I said, once again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Hope you're enjoying your time off and spending it with the ones you care about the most, your family, loved ones. Doesn't really matter who, as long as you're enjoying the time you're with them. So, yeah, I'm going to try to go get better, but God hates me. And I'll talk to you guys later. So, this is the Insane Game Freak. Life is a game. Play to win. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace. One Piece. Yeah, my voice is shot. Bye.
They think it's more of a moral thing, that they just morally won't get involved. It has nothing to do with